Hey dudes, welcome to episode 9 of my Banished Let's Play series. In this episode, what do we want to do? Let's see. Well, I'd like to talk about crops and orchards, general farming, stuff like that, and also, let's see if we can't figure out something to do about the stone we need. We talked last episode, I think I may have misspoke last episode. So we have wooden houses here. We need some more houses because these places are getting jam-packed here, right? So, we need more houses. So I'm going to lay some houses in here. I talked about stone houses and the upgrade that we need to do. And I think I said that a stone house uses half the amount of... So stone houses are better quality houses, and they heat more efficiently, is what we're being led to believe. So they need half the amount of wood over a winter as opposed to a wooden house. Now that's not accurate. It's actually, they use 1/3 less. So they use 2/3 of the firewood that a wooden house does. But that's still a good efficiency gain. So that's something we need to start doing. Now the problem is, this is where our stone is. So, I mean, we don't have a quarry yet, and I am holding out as against all possible hope and reason to not build a quarry, because that is a piece of land that you can never get back, which is a mess and a disaster. So let's not do that. We're also gonna be losing population because people die once a year. You'll lose a person at least from the quarry. So we don't want to do that if we can avoid it. So I'm just going to try and square this up here. I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to clear all the iron out of here. I don't want to go over that river. There's not really a need to go over that river, but let's go ahead and do that. We have 14 laborers, so this shouldn't be a big deal. I'm going to go ahead and get things rocking on double speed. So that's good. I just don't want, don't need them, and I don't need to go all the way over here. I don't need my dudes going too far out, getting too crazy, right? So, okay, so there's none in there. And that's the iron, and then let's grab the stone. Fun fact, I already recorded this episode. I recorded this episode with my microphone muted because I'm good at this, and this is actually the second time I'm doing it, and it was actually, it was a really good episode, so hopefully I can do it as well again. It was very useful, though. It was a very, very good episode. So I also learned some things, so here's one of the things I learned. Let's make that 2 people. And we'll talk about that in a second. So we should, by now, this should be almost done. We're at 86%. So we are, let's see. Let's recap and get on track here. So the boarding house, which we started building last episode, is for when we get new immigrants that maybe want to move in to our village, some nomads that happen by, and so it's useful for that. Hold up to I believe 5 families of 8 people, which is kind of a lot. And then also, once we actually start doing the conversion to the stone houses for those people will be homeless, so then we'll have to swap those people out and get them in here. So there won't be any homeless people after we have this boarding house if we do the adjustments and upgrades to these houses at a reasonable pace. So that is the current plan. Oh, and we have someone here. Very nice. Let's see. Now that doesn't look like anything we need, but it's Rion. What do you got for us, Rion? Iron? No, thank you, Rion. No, thank you. We're still waiting for DeLorean to come back with some sheep, or to place our order for sheep. So, let's go ahead and put another person here, just in case, because we're at 15 with a lot of little kids, so hopefully those kids will turn into students. Let's see, what should we do here? So what I'm gonna do actually is let these dudes work out here and clear this out, and then I think, let's see, so if that's there, this edge is like right around here, so remember, let's say right there, And then if I do this one, so like right in here I can do like a new little satellite center. So let's go ahead and get that started. So we're gonna have a lot of empty space out here, so that'll be good for some more forestry. Yeah, we don't actually need to clear anything else, so that's cool. So what should we do? What should we do? Actually, let's go ahead and drag a road out. Make a dirt road. Okay, that's kind of weird and wonky. Is that good? Yeah, let's stop like right there. That seems good. And then we will, I'm actually going to throw down a stockpile out here. Let's just go maximum size for this stockpile too. So we can't go there. So maximum stockpile size 10 by 10. Hey, one more. Come on. Yeah. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and increase the priority on that so we can make sure that that is done first. Then, let's see. I'm going to increase efficiency here a little bit. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw a storage barn in here. If you remember last episode, we had some full storage barns, so I'm just, I can't really use this little space here, and I know, boom, that'll fit there. So right now we're actually losing some crops, but let's hang on and talk about this in a little bit. What I want to do is get this area cleared out here. I'm going to go ahead and get this area cleared out here. We'll get those people kind of doing their thing. Maybe we'll start this. I'm going to throw some houses in around the market as we have our stone starting to come in. And then we'll get back to it. Okay, so we have a trader. Keep your fingers crossed. Let's see who it is. It is Carmela May, the livestock merchant. This is exactly what we needed. Yes, we don't have to overpay for special orders from DeLorean. Freaking sweet. So let's see, we can get not accepting fish. Okay, that's all right. Let's go ahead. Let's see, we don't have 3,600. We have 32, so we can get 5 sheep. We can get 3,000 here. See, was that 750? 750. 3,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Trade. There's my sheep. Yeah. Talking about sheep. Yeah. All right. So now we need to go make a sheep pen. Gonna go ahead and dismiss. Was that Carmela May? Yeah, I think it was Carmela May. It's just name's not there anymore because I dismissed them already. But anyway, thank you, Carmela May. We're going to decrease this to 2, so we don't have to hurry too much. You know what? What are we... Yeah, we do have this out here, so... Alright. So I'm going to now make a new livestock pen for that livestock. And do it somewhere out here too. I don't want to encroach too much on this, but it kind of starts to curve around here, so it starts to open up again. So I think in this area is where we're going to go with that. So I'm going to get on that, and then we still got other stuff building and stuff. So we'll be back. So good news. We have 7 nomads requesting citizenship. Allow them to become citizens of Dukesburg, or should we do it? We also have a merchant that arrived, so we gotta check them out, but I paused the game. So now we got 7 people coming. They are bringing with them no food, no tools, no clothes, or bad clothes, and no education. So they're not going to be 100% useful to us, as useful as people from our own civilization, but that's okay, because we can still use them for other things, and eventually they will fit in. And it's only 7 people, and we have 20,000 food, which I just upped to 25,000, so we can more than accommodate these youngins. We also just got some sheep, so we'll get some good clothes on them quickly. We don't have steel yet, but we do have good tools, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm just going to go ahead and allow them to join us. So they should be good. We now have all of a sudden 16 laborers. We also have a merchant that arrived at the trading post. Yeah. Talking about arriving. Oh, come on. All right. Here we go. And it is Rutheron, the food merchant. All right, buddy. I'm trying to do a little video here about some crops and stuff. I would love for you to have brought me actual crops instead of that food. I don't need none of that stuff. Thank you. What can I actually... do you have seeds that I could even order? No. Okay. Anyway, thank you, Rutheron, the food merchant. I wish you best of luck on your journey. Farewell, sir. Okay. So, still building stuff, still making this happen. So I'm going to go ahead and let that rock. We'll be right back. Alright, so it is now early autumn of year 18, and we're doing good. We're doing well. We're doing pretty solid. We have... do we have 100 citizens in total? I think so. Only 18 years. That's not too shabby. We did take on some nomads, which is cool. But let's see, what should we talk about first? Well, a merchant has arrived, so let's go ahead and hit up that merchant. But it's not even autumn yet, and we're already at 56% of this harvested. So that is a good efficiency increase, and they're just jamming that all right in here. So that's awesome. We're getting in some serious amounts of beef for the people and leather, which is good. Some hide coats stored in there. We're gonna have some wool shearing happening soon, hopefully. Let's go ahead and see which trading post it is. It at? It's at the other one. All right, fingers crossed. Something good. More sheep. Now it's just raining sheep. Carmela May, the livestock merchant, brings us sheep again. We already have sheep. Thank you, Carmela May. Sheep is not needed at this time. Actually, can we... a full thing of fire. Yeah, it's a waste. We have enough. We're not in a rush. We're not in too much of a rush. We don't need to fill it up. So let's go ahead and dismiss Carmela May. Thank you. Carmela May, come again. So I was hoping that would be a merchant that had seeds for us so that I could plant an orchard for you guys and talk a little bit about that. But that is not what happened. So instead, we're just going to go ahead and talk about crops, and then we'll touch on orchards in a little bit. So what you need to know about crops. Just like you could get a pestilence kind of disease at a pasture, and you would need to move those things out of here to keep them safe. You can get what's called an infestation, which is of bugs in a crop field. And so you don't need to... Let's see, the easiest way to explain this is, as soon as you see that you have an infestation, a little red thing will pop up down here. And it'll look like a ladybug, even though ladybugs are not. Ladybugs are beneficial insects for crops, IRL. Point is, what happens is, as soon as you see that happen, immediately begin harvesting your crops. Because it's going to slowly... It only slowly starts to degrade your crops, and then you lose what you haven't harvested by the time it's done. So once you harvest the crops, the infestation will go away. Now, you can plant any other kind of crop there you want, including the same kind of crop that was there in the first place. However, if you do plant the same kind of crop that was there originally, that was originally infested, your chance of having it infested, of it getting infested again in the future, is dramatically increased. So it makes sense that after you have an infestation and that crop is gone, that you plant a different type of crop in that field. Does that make sense? Because if you don't, again, it'll be a higher risk of becoming infested again in the future, which you just don't need. You don't need it, so you shouldn't do it. Okay, just make another crop field. No big deal. And then let's say you don't have enough farmers to do that. Not a problem. Just leave the current field blank until you have enough, and then just go start planting again in another spot. Now, if it's an orchard, that's a little bit more problematic, because orchards, and I don't have any here yet. Hopefully we'll get some good seeds soon. But orchards can take up to 4 years till they actually start producing fruit. Now, fruit, seeds, whatever the orchards produce. Now, the thing is, Orchards do, however, even though it does take a while for them to get rolling, the older they are, the more they produce. The more mature the trees become, the more they're actually able to produce in the future. So that's cool. That is good. That's a bonus. Eventually, the trees will get so old that they will fall down and need to be replanted. So you will reach a limit at the top of the production there for the food. But over time, they do increase relative to when they first start producing after about anywhere between 1 and 4 years. So it does take time, and that does take planning. So but what's important about the orchards is how we get to start brewing beer if we get some good fruits from the orchards. So that's exciting. So let's take a look out here and see how these dudes are doing. Is this cleared? No, but they're working on it. They're still working on it. They had a lot of work to do. I think the fact that a couple of them have good wool hide coats, the good coats, that's helping them work through the winter. So that's good. We're going to keep letting them rock. We got some houses to be built here, and then we'll be back. Alright, so we have just changed from early spring to spring, and this is the last thing I kind of wanted to show you guys about crops. So hopefully these guys will kick in soon here. Crops get planted in the spring, and here she goes. Here she goes. She's working. It looks like she's digging on the road, but she's not. So you see it says 0% yield, and that only comes up once we go from early spring to spring. If we get in here closely, you'll see little pumpkin seeds start to crop up here. They slowly start to spring forward. And as they do, this yield kind of ticker is just going to slowly, there it goes up to 1%. And then you can see the little baby pumpkins. You see them? They're starting to appear. And this is slowly going up, So if something happens, and you all of a sudden need a huge amount of food, and you're grasping at straws to get every last scrap of food you possibly can, I could actually harvest right now. I could harvest right now and get 10% yield out of here. So if this would produce 1,000 pumpkin, which it doesn't. If it would produce like 1,000 pumpkin, I'd get only 100 of the pumpkin. And the longer I wait, the greater the yield becomes. Make sense? Pretty simple. It's pretty easy. So I just have this rocking automatically when it's fully staffed with 2 people. And this is close by. They have no problems whatsoever just making the maximum amount of food from it. So getting maximum efficiency from it. So it is not too big of a deal. It's pretty simple. It's pretty good too. I mean, again, we know we got a merchant showing up. Who is it? Carmela May coming with cattle. Thank you, Carmela May, but I shall bid you adieu. So yeah, I mean, we have increased variety. That's just, we need that in the food supply. We got our average happiness and average health of our citizens nice and high, so that's pretty sweet. Is this another? No, that's still the same one. Okay. I was like, geez, back to back. What? Anywho. We will need to talk about, now that we've allowed some nomads to come in, we will need to talk about things like disease, and disease gets controlled with the hospital, and the hospital is one of the 10 improvements you see right here. But I think that is going to be next episode, so I think that's it for this episode. I hope you dudes enjoyed watching. I really do. I hope you guys got something out of it. We are still clearing out space out here. You know why I think it was taking so long? I think it was because it was those nomads. They're working a little slower. They don't have the good clothes. But we're going to go ahead. I think next episode we're going to get another one of these little production sectors going out here. Rocking and rolling out there. And I think... Let's see. I think we're going to... Hopefully we'll get some merchants with some seeds for some orchards so we can get those rocking. We got to get some stone houses coming. Look at this. 817 stone. That is almost triple the stone we had when we sent them out there to get working on that. So that's good. We got these houses coming in. tons of houses. We're about to have a population boom, I'm feeling. So, you know, big things to come for the little city of Dukesburg. Check out my YouTube channel for other Let's Plays and gaming vids. As always, like, comment, subscribe. I do truly appreciate your view, man. I really do. I really do appreciate you taking a second to check this out, and I hope you got something out of it. If you did, leave a like. Hey, maybe give me a sub. Throw me a sub. You know, be nice. Hey, come on. Help me out. No, I do appreciate it, and I'm really grateful that you took the time to watch. So that is it for now. Thanks for watching, dudes. It's TheeRealDuke, and I'm out.